What is going on, everybody? It is Jesse James here on commentary for you all tonight as we are starting things off with tag team action. We're going to be seeing 2 out of the 4 teams that will be competing next weekend at Destruction for the tag team championships. First up making their entrance, it is none other than Gallus, with Mark and Joe Coffey coming out here. This match came about after last week's 8-man tag team match in which it was Gallus and the Seekers of Darkness going against LAX and OVE. The reason for why this is Gallus refused to tag in the Seekers of Darkness, eventually getting the win. They got the win altogether without the help of the Seekers of Darkness. Seekers of Darkness, of course, took this as a shot, saying that they didn't need them, they weren't happy. Seekers of Darkness, of course, currently the only tag team in New Japan that has been undefeated. They have crushed the division, and they're hoping to claim the tag team championships next Saturday at New Japan's Destruction. Of course, they're going to be going against probably with one of the best tag teams in the world right now, being Gallus with Mark and Joe Coffey. Got a pretty big show for you all here tonight, in case you guys don't know. Talking about the main event. The first versus the best. The first inaugural IWGP Heavyweight Champion John Morrison will be taking on what I would consider being the best IWGP Heavyweight Champion Hirooki Goto in the main event. Before we can get there, we have to get through 3 other matches. And first one, of course, is going to be our tag team matchup. Gallus going against what I consider to be the best tag team in our division still is the Seekers of Darkness, Darby Allin and Jimmy Havoc. Like I said, though, these are just 2 of the 4 tag teams that we're going to see in that 8-man ladder match. We're also going to be seeing OVE and LAX compete in that tag team matchup. Any 4 men could be walking out with the championships. But like I said, if I had to bet money, I'd say it's going to be the Seekers of Darkness here. Alright, here we go. Opening matchup, Gallus versus the Seekers of Darkness. And, oh, a little reassurance there from Gallus, tagging in Joe Coffey rather than Mark Coffey starting off. Ref ringing the bell, and here we go. Joe Coffey versus Darby Allin, the beginning of this matchup. I don't know what you guys are saying. If you guys are looking shameless, it says live. Just saying, it says live. Now Darby Allin goes for the reverse uppercut, and now using these to bring down Joe Coffey. Coffey now with a reversal of his very own. A new GGE meme. Oh my goodness. Darby Allin trying to pick up the big man known as Joe Coffey here. Not really able to do it. Joe now looking like he's going to throw Darby Allin into the corner. Jesse always providing the meme-worthy content. Joe Coffey getting the reversal now, and Darby Allin here. Hi, Josh. Again, Joe just trying to get a tag into Mark Coffey's. Gets it this time. You see this tag team maneuver here from Gallus going in for a huge, oh my goodness, huge powerbomb there with Gallus. Darby Allin trying to get a tag into Jimmy Havoc, unable to do so there. Getting a bicycle kick, though, on Mark Coffey. I'm going to be trying to watch AEW's Dynamite tonight. He'll be a bit too busy cooking rice. Oh my goodness. That's one that's not going to go away for any time soon. Now Darby Allin over the top rope, and ooh, and a leg drop to the back of the head of Mark Coffey. Darby Allin finally getting control. Looking though like he wants to tag in Jimmy Havoc. Coffey though with a reversal on Havoc, and oh my goodness, planning And a suplex, Mark Coffey to Jimmy Havoc. I actually don't like soy sauce. Since we're talking about rice, I actually don't like soy sauce. I prefer just butter. Now Mark Coffey is in full control here of Jimmy Havoc now. Just wrenching the neck of Jimmy Havoc. Jesse is a boring person. It's like a hot minute since we've seen AEW and GG. That is true, Matt. I'm not sure if I missed it, but what did happen to Fight for the Fallen? Like, wasn't it supposed to be Saturday? Like, what happened? Like, I'm not trying to take a shot or anything like that. And let me be clear, I am not trying to take a shot. I was just wondering what happened to it. That's all. It's going to be Saturday? Okay. Now Jimmy Havoc finally getting some control here on Mark Coffey. Over uppercut again, and now what is this? Oh, we've seen this maneuver in the past. Oh, man. So, in case anyone's keeping up with the Universe War, that means Matt's Fight for the Fallen, Acid Rainmaker, is going to be this Saturday. Meanwhile, New Japan's Destruction will be next Saturday. Go for the pin now. 1, 2. Oh, I thought he had it. Now Jimmy Havoc going with a comeback here right after the Acid Rainmaker. Very smart. Now Mark Coffey trying to get into the hot tag to Joe Coffey. Not going to let it is Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc now, again, just picking him up and put him right back down. Meanwhile, Fortnite new version 2.38 is installed. Go for the cover again. 1, and kick out of 1 there is Mark Coffey. Right now, Jimmy Havoc is looking great in this matchup. Mark Coffey now getting a reversal on him and going for a clothesline. Havoc, of course, wisely ducking under it, and now another Acid Rainmaker. That's got to be it. Can Darby Allin stop Joe, though? No, he got hung up there. And now, Darby Allin taking out Mark Coffey. Meanwhile, Joe Coffey, or reversal on Jimmy Havoc again. I believe that's Joe Coffey. Yeah, I figured that's what you were talking about, Matt, when you said I was boring. It was because of the rice. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Mark Coffey in the ring, and Joe Coffey rolled out. See, Josh prefers nothing. I will say a nice rice bowl, like a traditional Japanese rice bowl, is very good. Always like that. Go for the cover now. 1, 2, and oh man, Darby taking a while to break up the pin there. Didn't even break up the pin. And now again with this huge suplex from Mark Coffey to Jimmy Havoc. Mark Coffey now taking a moment to pause to the people that he's finally controlled, but Jimmy Havoc reversal not going to be enough as Havoc gets caught. And oh, another clothesline right into the corner. He enjoys eggs over rice. Eggs and rice is really good, I will say that. And Jimmy Havoc just trying to get back up to his feet. Mark Coffey in full control of this matchup now, and now finally Jimmy Havoc being able to get back in control. He's going to be able to get him back into the corner. No, instead brings the big man down. Speed kick right to the back. Finally, Jimmy Havoc decided to tag back in Darby Allin. Darby Allin now, what does he think about doing? He's going to throw. Again, going for a big boot, almost like a haluva kick. Got reversed, got caught by Mark Coffey. And now Mark Coffey is just making Darby Allin pay for his mistake. Trying to put away Mark with a huge haluva kick. Missed it. Well, not missed it, but got caught in the process. Darby Allin now picking back up Mark Coffey. Punch to the back of the head, and oh my goodness, we've seen this before. Mark Coffey is in trouble. Darby Allin wisely drag him to the center of the ring, going for the cover. Is this going to be enough? Is this going to be enough to put away Gallus? Here we go. 1, 2. Joe Coffey getting in the ring. It looked like he was about to get in the ring, but caught up on the ropes. I'm not exactly sure. Joe's stuck on the ropes. Joe Coffey is stuck on the ropes. He's got 1 foot on the outside along with his body, but 1 foot stuck in the ropes. Oh my goodness, and as we haven't seen this yet, but they said they had a new tag team maneuver. Oh my God! Jimmy Havoc and Darby Allin. We don't know what that maneuver is called yet. All we know is it did its damage. Later, Josh. The ref is down. Joe Coffey is down. Mark Coffey is vulnerable in the ring. Jimmy Havoc. Oh, man, that looked like it hurt. Now suplex to Jimmy Havoc. Ref finally being able to get back up to his feet. Now here we go. Mark Coffey finally trying to get a finisher of his very own in this matchup. Is he going to be able to get it? I think he got it. He got it. Here we go. The cover of the pin. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. What a kick out. And look at Mark doing that right in the face of Darby Allin. Taunting right in the face of his opponent here tonight. And now, oh, I thought he was about to try and make Jimmy Havoc tap out with an armbar there. Havoc, though. Havoc a reversal of his own. Havoc now picking back up Mark Coffey. Oh my goodness, we saw this before. This is how he took out Eli Drake before. Go for the cover. 1, 2. That is all she wrote. The Seekers of Darkness with the win. Seekers of Darkness with the big victory here tonight. Gained the victory on Gallus. Going into Destruction with the win, with the momentum. But remember, it's going to be an 8-man ladder match. Anything could happen in a ladder match. Just because we saw the Seekers of Darkness here tonight, it doesn't mean we're going to see them win again next Saturday. But getting momentum on the go-home show before the big event. Here we go, though. I've said it before and I'll say it again, probably the best tag team we have in our division. And they're going into Destruction ready for a fight. I can't wait to see what these two do with ladders. Letting these two completely become unhinged. It's going to be a huge match to see as we move on now to our next scheduled matchup here tonight. Well, for our next scheduled matchup, we wanted to see Challengers versus Challenger. Sadly, Jeff Cobb is not here tonight. He was able to get the day off, so he won't be participating. But instead, we have Sanada will be going one-on-one against Shingo Takagi. Just to remind everybody for what these two matches that they have going on next Saturday. We're going to be seeing Sanada versus Jeff Cobb for the vacant IWGP Intercontinental Championship. I say vacated, but we don't know if Eli Drake is actually going to return or not. If he returns at Destruction, it will be a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship. If not, it will be a one-on-one between Jeff Cobb and Senda. Meanwhile, Shingo Takagi has a huge matchup against going against TJP for the IWGP United States Championship. In which right now TJP, he's the only champion that we've had since the beginning. Since New Japan's new beginning, he's the only one that has held onto that title till this point. Shingo Takagi vows he wants to be the man to take the title away. Can he do it? Who knows? I'm looking forward to seeing what we've got, though. As we move on now to the matchup. Guys, I'd like to know, what'd you think of that first opening matchup of Gallus versus the Seekers of Darkness? That was a pretty good matchup in my own opinion. Here he is, though. He has made waves since his return. Had a very good matchup against Zack Sabre Jr. Came up a little short, but he honestly, it could have gone either way. Following week, He was put into one of the fatal four-way matches to win an opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship and won from pinning, I believe he pinned Killer Cross. If I remember right, it was either Killer Cross or like El Desperado. I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember. But what a way it would be for his return to come back and win the Intercontinental Championship of all things. Be huge for this man's career. Of course, if you don't remember, this man was also gone for a number of months with a huge concussion after him and his tag team partner Evil took on the Killer Elite Squad. And now we have Shingo Takagi. Shingo Takagi, of course, was involved in our G1 Climax. Didn't do so well. Out of his block, I think he got 4th or 3rd place. Trying to remember. Going back like a month now. But he did very well in one of the matches. Had a huge upset match against Minoru Suzuki. Came back, was part of a triple threat match to determine the number one contender for the IWGP United States Championship and pinned Killer Cross for it. Now he's getting ready to face off against TJP next Saturday. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what this man will be able to do. Alright, here we go. Sanada versus Shingo Takagi. 2 number 1 contenders for 2 separate titles, going one-on-one for the first time ever here in this matchup. And Sanada already getting some early momentum here on Shingo. Shingo now with a reversal, going to a clothesline. Wow, that was a vicious clothesline. Following up with a kick right to the chest. And an elbow drop to the chest as well. Dang, 3 massive hits by Takagi. Now going for some chops. Kick to the midsection, reversed by Sanada. Sanada now following up with an even greater clothesline. And now Sanada taking control of this matchup. Started off weak, but now he's in full control, or maybe he was, I don't know, as Takagi gets a reversal of his very own. Character from the anime I watch. Oh my goodness. Now Takagi back in control of this matchup, back and forth already in the opening moments of this matchup. And Sanada now in trouble, and as Takagi going for a submission here as a ref. I'm not exactly sure where the ref is directed towards. I guess he has pretty good surrounding vision. I'm not exactly sure. Meanwhile, Sanada being able to break out of that submission hold. Going for a chop to the chest, and a swinging neckbreaker. Another reversal there by Takagi. Sending Sanada now over the top rope with a close one. Sanada no-selling it, getting right back up into the ring and picking Takagi right back up. Face planting him right in the center of the ring. Now stomp to the... it's right to the arm. Takagi. And Sanada... a clothesline. This is just a clothesline war. I'm not sure if you guys have been counting, but that's about the 5th or 6th clothesline we have seen in this matchup. I'm trying to see which one could deliver the best one. Now Sanada just trying to squeeze the life out of Takagi there. He's doing a great job. Takagi's still unable to break out of this hold. Oh my goodness, again, Sanada finally releasing said hold. Now going for another one of these. Oh my goodness, Sanada in control of the matchup again. Now aiming for the leg. Over a stomp, a reversal, and now Takagi reversing again. Sanada reversing him again. Going for a strike but missing, but turning now into a suplex. And now Sanada going into, oh my goodness, one of those vicious DDTs. Dragging the carcass of Shingo Takagi in the center of the ring, going for a pin. Here we go, 1, 2, and kick out of 2 is Shingo Takagi. Sanada thinking that DDT was all he had to do. He wasted a little bit of time. And now, oh my goodness, already! Is that enough? Here we go, 1, 2, and Shingo Takagi kicking out at 2.5. Very close. Sanada now telling Takagi to get back up. If you got more fight in you, let's see it. And I think he's going to regret it. Takagi with a reversal into another clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Takagi baited him in. He baited him in right. Gotta give the win to Takagi. That was a good maneuver by him, baiting him in by not getting up immediately, making this man jump the gun almost, picking him up, reversal into one of those vicious clotheslines. I guess Takagi had the best clothesline in the end. Back and forth, fast-paced action though between Sanada and Takagi. Surprised this didn't put away Shingo right at the beginning. I thought that was it right there. But still was able to kick out in 2.5. And then we saw here the reversal. And while Sanada was dazed into a vicious clothesline. Nothing left Sanada could do except lay there and count the stars. Shingo Takagi getting momentum in his matchup against TJP next Saturday. We'll be seeing the same outcome except him walking out with the IWGP United States Championship. Who knows? I mean, well, for Sanada, I would almost say I hope it's a triple threat match. It's better chances of you winning it, honestly. Especially since you don't have to be involved with a pin to win or lose. All depends on Eli Drake and if he's medically cleared. If you guys don't know what happened to Eli Drake, he was concussed after MJF threw a steel chair in the ring and Goto basically hit his finisher move onto the chair, which his head collided basically with the chair. It hurt. It hurt. He's been out for a number of weeks. Well, going into match number 3 now, we have probably the biggest star we've had in a long time, Matt Sydal. Last week, debuted against Hirooki Goto, and with the biggest victory we have seen in New Japan, Matt Sydal defeated Hirooki Goto in his debut matchup. Today, he's going to be taking on Jack Swagger. Swagger says he's nothing but hype. We'll see if he's right, or we'll see Matt Sydal claim yet another victim. Saying we have an open slot, though, for Destruction. We might just fill that slot with Matt Sydal. You never know. If Eli Drake never put his head there, he would have never gotten concussed. I don't know. MJF just threw the chair in at the worst possible time, you know? He threw it in, and down went Goto with Eli Drake's head, and boom! Knocked out in an instant. Still haven't heard anything of a return of Eli Drake either while we're at it. So while we're taking a while for this to load for reasons unknown, I might as well talk about another one of the matches, and that is, of course, the Junior Weight Championship match, which we'll be seeing Jungle Boy defend it against Zack Sabre Jr. Jack Swagger, of course, saying right now if he beats Sydal, he's basically world champion. I don't know. Sydal hasn't even got world champion. He definitely has marked his territory on a future matchup. I'm sure, of course, he probably wanted a matchup against Goto at Destruction, but he has to wait in line after MJF. I mean, who knows if freaking MJF could still beat Goto? We're not exactly sure. I mean, we heard from Jesse James that if MJF is caught cheating or going for a low blow anymore, he's basically going to write MJF off TV. Not going to allow him to compete anymore. By the way, guys, I did exactly what I did last time, so I think we're going to be seeing Matt Sydal wrestle in his coat again. Since you guys said it was his lucky coat. Yes, he is wrestling in his coat again. Just for you guys. Normally I would have switched it off, but you guys really like Coat Sydal, so we're going to keep Coat Sydal for a little while. Meanwhile, his opponent here is Jack Swagger, of course, with Zeb Coulter. The All-American Americans failed to capture the IWGP United States Championship before in the past. Maybe be able to take the World Championship if they beat Matt Sydal here tonight. I mean, it would open themselves up for a huge title match. I'm gonna show that one, Kian. That's a pretty funny one. I heard about Swagger, but more importantly, I heard we might be seeing CM Punk on Friday Night SmackDown. I heard the rumor is Punk versus The Rock for the premiere of SmackDown. I don't think that's going to happen, but it would be pretty cool if we did. Anyways, here we go. Jack Swagger versus Matt Sydal. First time here in New Japan, and here we go. Matt Sydal, oh, going for a knee right to the face of Jack. No, not snapback. The backstage show for Fox. Okay. Like I said, I only heard something. I saw the article. I didn't read the article. He tried out for it. Okay. Matt Sydal. Now, Jack Swagger reversal. Just look at the size difference between Sydal and Swagger, though. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, Sydal is in great shape here against Jack Swagger, even though there is a size difference. That's in case he'd be under contact with Fox and not WWE. Oh! Now kick to the chest of Sydal. Here we go. Jack Swagger getting comfortable now, using the size advantage. Oh man, another one of his knees right to the jaw of Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger getting a reversal, sending a big boot to the face of Sydal now. Sydal might be in trouble against Jack Swagger. I agree with that statement, Kian. I completely agree with that. Here we go. Cover kick out. Not even one. Sydal back up to his feet. Swagger, though, picking him right back up and sending him right back down to the mat. Swagger now just picking back up, just picking the bones of Sydal. Sydal, though, has Jack Swagger up against the ropes. Going for a couple shots. Swagger, though, returning shot. Going in for a clothesline there. Now, Jack Swagger feeling very comfortable in this matchup. Going for a clothesline, I think, but missed. Sydal waiting for it. Going for a clothesline his own. Sydal now picking back up Jack Swagger. Make sure he sends him right back into the ring, I think. Yep. Wants no excuse here against Jack Swagger. Now Sydal trying to get Swagger against Swagger with a reversal of his own. And now suplexing Sydal back into the ring. Wait, what's that? What's that snake Zeb Coulter doing? He's sitting in a chair. This is exactly what we saw with MJF. Now Swagger throwing Sydal into the corner. Sydal with a reversal. I think we're about to see a Swagger bomb, but it failed. Sydal going for attack in the corner again, not working, is now Swagger throwing Sydal back into there, and oh my god, no! Sydal reverses! Sydal! Sydal, foreseeing what was about to happen, reversed it, threw the chair out of the way. Sydal, such a smart competitor. Now Sydal picking the big man up and slamming him right back down. Matt Sydal is in good control now of this matchup again. Holy cow! The athleticism of Matt Sydal is amazing here. And oh my gosh, Jack Swagger now with a clothesline again, taunting to the people. That's not a good idea. Oh my gosh, Jack Swagger, if he would hit that spear, Sydal might have landed on his head on that steel chair on the outside. Instead going for a running power slam here on Sydal. And now Swagger. Oh, here we're going to see it this time. Zeb Coulter liking what he's seeing as we get a Swagger bomb on Matt Sydal here. The cover and the pin. 1, 2. Kick out of 2, though, is Matt Sydal. The size difference of Swagger and Sydal is finally getting to Sydal. Oh no! We've seen this before. The ankle lock in the middle of the ring. Sydal breaking out of it though. Swagger, though, not giving Sadal even a chance to recuperate. Jack Swagger taunting We the People now. Going for a clothesline. And another. Jack Swagger is on fire here, really, tonight here. And now, Swagger. Oh, my goodness. Sadal, though, now with a reversal of his own. Sadal just not in the same fire he fought Goto with. I'll say it. Sadal isn't fighting with the same fire that we saw him fight with Goto. Sadal now with the uppercut. Oh, I might be living to eat my own words. Here we go. Is this it? 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 2. Matt Sadal almost getting Jack Swagger. Excuse me. I choked up in my own words. Almost had Jack Swagger there. Now Sadal, what is he doing? He's thinking going top rope. And while Swagger getting back up to his feet, Sadal, Swagger caught him. Swagger caught him. Another running power slam. Sadal with a reversal, though, on Jack Swagger. Knee to the face. Now Swagger rolling to the outside of the ring, right on that ring apron. What is Sadal going to do now? Punch him right off. Now Swagger with a reversal, getting Sadal right back off of him. These two men giving it so much heart in this matchup. Swagger knowing if he beats Sadal, the man that beat Goto, it could launch his career. Sadal trying to stay undefeated here in New Japan. And now Jack Swagger dragging Sadal. Oh no, not again, not again, not again. Sadal, though, reversing the ankle lock. Oh my goodness. Matt Sadal, did he do it? Matt Sadal! Taking a second to pump up the crowd. That might have cost him. Never mind. Matt Sadal knew what he did. He knew Swagger was unconscious and taking a chance to taunt to the crowd. Matt Sadal has defeated Jack Swagger here tonight. An amazing matchup of David versus Goliath here. Matt Sadal taking out Jack Swagger. Gotta give Sadal credit. That was a David versus Goliath match, and it did not disappoint. Matt Sadal looking great here tonight. Going 2-0 here in New Japan. Meanwhile, Zeb Coulter is beside himself. How did the man the same size as him beat Jack Swagger? Losing his mind now on the outside of the ring. Before we leave, Matt Sadal goes and grabs the microphone saying, I understand there is an open slot. There's an open slot at New Japan's Destruction. Consider that slot filled. I am holding an open challenge. Anyone who wants to stand up against the man that beat Goto, come and get me. You know where to find me. So, that 7th matchup is now filled. Matt Sadal having an open challenge just to anyone to see if he can beat the man that beat Goto. It's going to be a great matchup. I can't wait to see what they can do. Meanwhile, now we go into our main event of Hirooki Goto versus John Morrison, what I consider the first versus the best. John Morrison was our inaugural IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, Hirooki Goto is what I would consider our best IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Not only that, but he's also the G1 Climax briefcase holder. Goto's got all the gold. Meanwhile, John Morrison is kind of faded away to obscurity. I mean, he had a big matchup against MJF last week, lost it. And he said that loss, it almost reignited the fire inside Morrison, and he wants to be back on the main event level. The only way to do that is basically taking out the big guy with the title, which is Hirooki Goto. Meanwhile, Goto, he wants to erase what happened last week. The fact that he lost to Matt Sydal and his undefeated streak here in New Japan is over. Both these men want a huge victory here tonight. I will say Goto cannot take one, though. If Goto loses 2 weeks in a row before Destruction, that might be just what he needs, or that might be just what MJF needs to beat Goto next Saturday. Like I said before, he is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion as well as the G1 Climax winner and briefcase holder. It is Hirooki Goto. He has been on fire since he got here in New Japan, until he went one-on-one against Matt Sydal, the man who we just saw beat Jack Swagger, in which he said was a fluke. I don't know what happened. I can't believe I lost. He's hoping to erase it by basically making an example of John Morrison here tonight. Meanwhile, John Morrison, of course, can't wait to see what happens with him and back. He said he wanted Hirooki Goto, almost getting involved with his Goto and MJF feud. Of course, MJF somehow ending up getting tonight off without his cheating ways, being able to fully rest before his matchup against Goto next Saturday. You know very well, though, MJF has been watched closely of Goto versus Sydal, trying to figure out the formula that is to beat Goto. He's probably watching this matchup live right now as well, seeing if John Morrison, see if it was just a loss that's going to break Goto down, or if John Morrison can think the same thing. Here he comes. Like I said, he was the inaugural IWGP Heavyweight Championship when he defeated 5 other men in a 6-pack challenge in order to win the championship. It is John Morrison. John Morrison has felt like he failed in recent months here in New Japan because he lost the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to Chris Jericho, the biggest traitor we have ever seen from New Japan, in which Jericho then basically lost the title to Marty Scurll of NXT, and we were without a title for almost a month. It all could have been avoided if John Morrison defeated Chris Jericho at Wrestling Dontaku. Since then, we haven't seen very much of Morrison because he just wanted to stay away. He was ashamed of what happened, but he's now back in the spotlight, and he's ready to reclaim what is, in fact, rightfully his. It was his before it was anyone else's. Can he do it, though? Can he beat Goto here tonight and basically mark his territory? Or will Hirooki Goto make a statement of Morrison that his loss was just a fluke? Two men, both can't lose this matchup. It is a can't-lose scenario. Just the seriousness in the eyes of John Morrison here tonight. It's getting ready to, basically, World War III is about to start here between Goto and Morrison. Alright, here we go. The best versus the first. John Morrison versus Hirooki Goto. Here we go. The bell's rung, and here we go. Goto getting the first shots in on Morrison. Morrison, though, huge reversal there, going to a leg kick now. Now John Morrison, full control of Hirooki Goto. Hirooki Goto now wondering what the heck happened to John Morrison. Now John Morrison. Oh my goodness, almost a reverse stunner there. John Morrison is in full control of this matchup. This is, I've never seen Goto manhandled this way before. Oh my goodness. And now to a kick to the back of the head. John Morrison, if he beats Hirooki Goto here, that must mean he has to be a #1 contender for something. He can't just walk away with nothing from this matchup. John Morrison now another reversal on Goto. Going for a clothesline, sending Hirooki Goto to the outside of the ring. John Morrison will quickly to follow him. Now John Morrison throwing Goto right back in. Morrison in almost full control of this matchup since the bell has rung. And now Goto. Goto now with a suplex zone. Finally, Goto getting an offense maneuver of his very own in this matchup. Go for a stomp of Morrison, reversing kick to the midsection. Sends him into the corner. Morrison with a reversal of his very own. Now Morrison, what was Morrison thinking? Oh my goodness! The athleticism of John Morrison, that parkour style that we've never seen here in New Japan. Created in part by John Morrison. Meanwhile, now Hirooki Goto going for elbows to the head, getting out of it, going for a clothesline now. We're just going to name this episode Clothesline. Going for a cover kick out of one. John Morrison now getting kicked in the back of the head by Goto. Goto now. Another kick right to the spine. He's going to go for another. No, he's going for a headlock, just trying to squeeze the life of John Morrison here. Is Hirooki Goto. John Morrison, if you can break out of this, come on, Morrison. Meanwhile, come on, Goto. Goto is like, hasn't seen this type of offense from anybody, really. Goto now picking back Morrison up and, oh, just wrenching the neck of John Morrison. Finally, Goto slowing down the momentum of John Morrison. This time, Goto is in a lot better shape when the match is slowed down. Meanwhile, Morrison is fast-paced. Reversal from Morrison, picking back up Goto now. Punch and a chop, and now kick to the midsection. John Morrison, kick for kick. John Morrison, DDT. Now picking back up Hirooki Goto. John Morrison, oh my God. John Morrison is in full control. Goto knowing what was about to happen. I think Morrison was about to throw Goto into the corner, going for that Starship Pain. Hello, Zombie. Now Goto picking back up Morrison into an Ushi. Morrison, though, reversal on Goto again. Oh no, Morrison throwing Goto into the corner. We know what we're about to see. Are we going to see it here tonight? Wait, what? Morrison, where's Morrison? This isn't Starship Pain. Oh my gosh, John Morrison, what are you thinking of doing? John Morrison with another vicious DDT. The crowd chanting, "This is awesome," and it is. John Morrison saying, "Come on, bring it." Strike for strike. Goto now. Oh my, Morrison. I'm sorry, but Goto is getting destroyed by Morrison here. This has been almost all Morrison here tonight, with only a few offensive moves by Goto. And finally, Goto getting some offensive maneuvers here. These kicks right to the chest of John Morrison. And fishing up with one right to the head. And now Goto throwing John Morrison right back into the ring and following closely. Goto finally taking a second just to breathe. The offensive moves we've had. Now Goto going for a finisher here. Is Morrison in trouble? Morrison reverses it. Oh my goodness, Morrison, this time he's got to be going for it. No, he's not. He's sending Goto to the top rope. What is John Morrison thinking about doing now to Hirooki Goto? Punch to the head. Oh my God, John Morrison, you crazy! Oh my God! We've never seen that from the top rope. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, kick out at 2. We've seen that move so many times, but we've never seen him do it from the top rope before. And now Goto going again for another Hirooki onto John Morrison. Kick to the back. Morrison taking the pain and getting right back up. Morrison now. Oh my gosh. The fury of John Morrison is on fire. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. John Morrison came to fight tonight. What does this mean? What does this mean? The World Heavyweight Champion has fallen 2 weeks in a row. MJF has got to be smiling right now. Meanwhile, Matt Sydal and John Morrison, they both should be given a championship opportunity. All I know is I wouldn't say that's the most one-sided match I've ever seen, but I guess that loss to MJF last week brought out the best side of John Morrison. John Morrison on fire tonight, giving it everything he got, and it showed. I don't even think Hirooki Goto got a signature in. Morrison, though, goes and grabs a mic and saying, "Yo, Sydal, you want an open challenge? Consider it done. And this is what I say. We both deserve a match for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. This is what I say. Winner is next in line. Loser fights for the G1 Climax briefcase at the next pay-per-view." Oh my goodness. And Jesse James coming out to the ring and saying, "I like that idea. Consider it done." Oh my goodness. So the 7th match of the card, we're going to be seeing Matt Sydal versus John Morrison. The winner is next in line to fight for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, the loser, they may lose, but they're still going to get a prize. They're going to get that G1 Climax briefcase. Oh my goodness. I'm speechless right now as we end tonight's show on a high note. John Morrison on fire. On fire tonight. John Morrison. I'm sorry, Goto got played. Goto got played. So, to reveal the rest of the card for next Saturday, the 8-man ladder match for the IWGP Tag Team Championships. Sydal versus Morrison. Jungle Boy versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the IWGP Junior Weight Championship. TJ Perkins versus Shingo Takagi for the United States Championship. Senada versus Jeff Cobb with a potential Eli Drake for the IC Championship. And of course, MJF versus Hirooki Goto for the World Heavyweight Championship. Crazy. Crazy outcome. I'm looking forward to this. Of course, like I said, this is the go-home show, so we will not see anything else out of New Japan until next Saturday, which means the next couple of streams up until then will, of course, be all Digimon streams. Anyways, guys, this has been JBeats, aka Jesse James, signing off today, and that, my friends, was Real Wrestling.